Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Trilogy Media Podcast. Today we have Courtney ElizXbeth herself in the house.
The one and only, the queen of predator catching community.
From Courtney ElizXbeth on YouTube to then getting f***ed by YouTube, now it's Elizabeth 2 on YouTube, one of the most resilient creators I've ever met in my life, one of the bravest people I've ever met in my life.
Unbelievable to see progression from doing this as part-time to doing this as a hobby to turning this into official f***ing business.
We're going to talk about her adventures in catching predators full-time. We celebrated her 100th catch with her.
100 predators.
Absolutely
went to prison because of her.
Yes. Courtney ElizXbeth, we're going to interview her. It's going to get deep, so get ready.
Emotional. Why? How did she start? How did she get in this business? So get some tissues because it's going to be a very deep story.
It's about to get real.
Meanwhile,
thanks again, as always, for listening, and welcome to the Trilogy Media Podcast.
Roll your headphones, bitches. Let's go.
Roll your headphones, bitches?
Oh, no, probably. Hold on 1 second. I'm redoing it. Let's do it one more time. Turn your headphones, bitches. Time to listen. Let's go.
That's even worse.
What, doesn't work?
No.
No.
Turn them where? Left or right? It doesn't work.
Oh, one more time. One more
just
time.
do normal you.
I am me.
Oh my God. Just use what we have.
Put your headphones on.
Put it in your
Volume
ass.
up.
Put it in your ass.
Get out.
Play the logo, for f***'s sake. And I think we just did your 100th catch.
Round of applause.
Hey.
100th catch.
100 predators caught, which I think when we first started with the San Diego bullshit, was that like your 25th or something? It was like...
It was definitely early on,
It was like, I remember that being a lot, and now we're almost there.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably somewhere around there. And then you're
I
at
was actually
like
trying
100.
to put together like, did we did like 14 busts, 13 arrests? Like, because only one Chula Vista bullshit, did not have arrest.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
the one and only, the queen herself,
Courtney ElizXbeth.
Courtney ElizXbeth.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for making the time.
Girl.
It's been absolute insanity the last 72 hours
Yes.
in a lot of ways, and we still are figuring out a way to squeeze a little
Thank you
bit
for
more.
being squeezable. She's squeezed between. We did what? Me and Ashton, we choked the beach, catch me on Thursday. We catch a rhino pedophile, child pornography director on Friday. 2 pedophiles yesterday. Today's Sunday.
Oh, it's tomorrow. His birthday's tomorrow. I thought it was today. His birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday.
And I said to the guys, excuse me, can we take this cake and can you guys put it in the car so he can eat it later in the jail? They said, absolutely not.
No.
Courtney, you fucking badass. We love you. We blessed that you happened to us. And now we're freaking working, 3-4 years? When did we start working together?
We have been working, I think, for over 2 years together, right?
Cholula Vista was 2022.
So this will be our 3rd year. Wow. Time flies.
Holy shit, guys.
Right?
Yeah.
2022. You can,
All
you can talk in that robot dick. Yeah, you can.
So Chris is in the house
Chris
with us.
is in the house.
He's off camera because we're still doing a Sting House, even though we're here doing a podcast.
Chris is still baiting.
We're going, which I definitely want to talk about your guys' system because you got it dialed in and it's fascinating. But they tandem bait.
Dua.
We take team.
Pred bait, not you know what I mean. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to
English.
You just
You're
I don't
supposed
know.
to speak
We
English.
throw the word bait around, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway,
Yeah.
we got Preds coming later. We got Preds coming in 4 or 5 hours. So
Yeah.
we're here. We're gonna squeeze. We're gonna talk, and then we're gonna go bust some more motherfuckers. Hopefully, That's the plan.
Work.
Work. Speaking of work.
Yeah, you guys were talking about my 100th catch. Last night we actually hit my 101. So I'm at 101 now.
Art wants to call it 100.5, but I think it counts.
I think it counts.
I know.
counts.
It's just like,
Did he reply to you? He never replied to me.
No.
No, of course not. No, bitch, he's on the run.
No.
Everybody's like,
You know
what
what
are
I was
you talking about?
You know what I was thinking? This might be a little whatever, but if we're able to identify him, and
Which
we
we
can
can.
find some family members and get their phone numbers, we can spoof those numbers and call him
So he'll
as his mom or something,
Oh.
and then be like, "Yo, we're gonna find you. So talk to us, or this is gonna get harder for you."
Also, we should approach his family members as well and tell him what exactly this piece of shit doing on his Saturday nights?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, imagine if he has little sisters, little brothers,
Or daughters,
nieces,
or wife.
nephews.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And that's the first time for us.
Yeah.
We've seen a catfish scammer also being a pred.
Yeah.
He's scamming people
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
with
he's
his
scamming
fake
people.
images.
Yeah.
And I saw the image. I was like, he's like freaking not handsome, but
And
like
the guy whose photos he's using is now in harm's way potentially.
Exactly.
You know?
we need to get that guy as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're talking about we're talking about work again, Courtney.
That's
it's
why
about
we're here.
It's
That's
about
the point.
you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
But this is how
Courtney.
fuck you.
We want to know about everything what happened to you prior, how you got in this business. Let's talk
Oh,
about you
gosh.
as a person.
We're on our third year, and we still don't really know
we
how
don't.
you got started into this. I know you've told us a little bit here and there while we're working, but and as much as you're willing to share, because this and just naturally is a very dark topic,
It is.
and
That's what we're trying.
That's why we inject as much humor into these horrible things as we can in the moment, before and after we do these. But I'm sure that there's some also dark reasons, as much as you're willing to share, about why you even decided to do this in the first place.
I don't want to even talk about dark reasons. I want to know.
I just want the real reasons.
Where you
Stop correcting every question I ask, you
because I
asshole.
haven't even fucking finished yet.
Well,
This is what it's like at the house too, guys.
Fucking A.
Where
Well,
you
you can tell we've been spending too much time with each other the last 4 days.
I just want to know.
It's driving me insane.
Where you came from, where you were born. Do you speak English? You know,
Wow.
were you born in America or Italy or Greece or Russia? What's up, girl? Where you from? Like,
Yeah.
who are you?
Yeah, I was born here in America. I am from.
What you got?
What?
No, I just want to.
I know. Can we get rid of?
Yes! You told me yesterday. Art, fire him. Bravo! Finally, somebody has
I'll
somebody.
go sit with Chris.
Yes!
Talk to Preds. Oh my God.
Oh,
Fine.
that was perfect.
Courtney's allowed to say whatever she wants. You, on the other hand, you're an asshole.
All right,
Anyway,
sorry,
all right.
go ahead.
We're done.
I am born here. My dad and his side of the family are from Germany. My dad spoke fluent German.
Wow.
Stereotypical angry German.
Ja, natürlich. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Is that German?
Yes, German.
I don't believe you.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, and I was born in Wisconsin. I moved to Iowa when I was younger. Moved back to Wisconsin. Moved to Texas. Moved back to Wisconsin. Kind of been all over the place. Growing up, my parents got divorced when I was 8. And ever since then, my dad was in the Vietnam War, so he's a bit older than my mom. And ever since they got divorced, I pretty much knew I was fucked, even at 8 years old. My mom was a very unstable person. My siblings and I have a lot of siblings, but the ones that lived with me was one sister and 3 brothers and, myself. We had to stay with like a lot of strange men that we didn't know, like people that my mom would hook up with or whatever, just so we would have a roof over our head. Growing up, there was a lot of sexual abuse towards my sister and I, since as long as I can remember, and it didn't stop until I was about 16, and that's when I moved out. So that I think a big reason why I just really want to kind of get obviously it sprung from Chris Hansen, the idea, but also, when victims reach out to you and they're like, my parents didn't believe me until they saw the video. Like, this guy did this to me, but they didn't believe me, but now they do. It reminds me of me when I was younger, So it feels really good.
Were you
not believed, or did you not even say anything?
The thing about my mom is that she didn't care as long as she had somewhere to live and she didn't have to work. So
you see, all these things,
wow,
we're only learning right now by having our podcast. I'm sorry that happened to you, Courtney.
Yeah,
seriously.
it's all right. Yeah.
A lot of people
It's not all right, but
it's not all right. It's fucking fucked up. And we talk about this a lot. How important is parenting,
Yeah, definitely.
I was raised by a single mom, and I actually spoke yesterday, after all the bus, everything, I called my mom and we talk about it. And the older you get, you go to the chapter of your life when you're the most happiest one. And I called my mom, and actually speaking about Latvia, I was there for like 10 years. And I was like, Mom, do you remember these? Do you remember these? And asking questions that I never ask, like about dates and stuff. And I was like, Mom, thank you. I know you've been working like 3 jobs all your life to support us. Like you didn't have life. Your life was for us, for 2 kids that you have, and you work nonstop, day and night, taking shift, bringing food home, making sure we have roof over top. And it's, when you fucked. If your parents is doing something that they're not supposed to, if you're getting abused, and you as a kid, you cannot do anything. You just have to wait until you.
So you were on your own at 16 then?
Yeah. Yep.
Where did you go?
Did you get emancipated, or were just a minor, just floating around on your own? Like, how the hell does that work?
I actually moved in with Chris.
When you were 16?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, I didn't know it goes back that far with Chris. Whoa.
We actually talked in the car, and I said, hey, they went to school together. Did you guys go to school together?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Fuck.
Jeez.
Chris, shout out to you, fucking brother.
Wow.
We always loved you, and you kept recording your birthday January 10th.
Oh,
You're
that's
fucking
the
awesome.
most important thing.
Yes,
Thank
of course.
God we
That's why
acknowledge
he's a
that
fucking
he's a
amazing
fucking
dude.
Capricorn.
Because January 10,
Nobody
It's different,
cares.
Chris.
everybody cares.
You're a good friend.
You're a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Chris, what was your perspective when you went to school and you met Courtney? Tell us your perspective of everything what happened.
There's a lot that I guess I didn't know until we got older and she told me about, she wasn't as open about those kinds of things. So we just connected as friends, and when
He graduated with my brother. They were friends.
Yeah, I was more friends with her older brother. We graduated together.
And this was so which state was this in?
Wisconsin.
Okay, you were back there by then. Okay.
Were you living with your family? Like when she moved out at age 16, were you still living with your parents?
No, I had my own place by then. I'm a few years older.
Because you're a few years older, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah. So, letting her have a place to stay where I knew she'd be safe when she was telling me what was going on and these kinds of things. It was disgusting to know. And, I knew some of these people that she's mentioning, like her mom and mom's boyfriend.
Have you guys ever
Sucks.
Have you guys ever pressed charges or anything when you got a little bit older? Or did anybody, all these fuckers, serve the justice?
No.
Unfortunately not.
No, I never pressed charges. I don't know why. I just kind of try not to think about it and move forward.
Yeah.
Don't look back. I don't really even know some of the people when I was really younger. I don't even know their names. Even like I said, it could be for a month or 2. We would be staying with somebody. So probably goes without saying, but your mom's not in the picture anymore. I try to talk to her. I forgive her now that I'm older, but I do hold on to a lot of resentment.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
So sometimes I just can't talk to her at all, but I don't let her know that.
Yeah.
But my dad has passed away, and I have a lot of regrets now that he's gone, of not seeing him or, things I could have done differently, because he was a great dad. So I don't want to have any regrets when my mom goes.
Mm-hmm.
What about,
Jesus.
Can I ask a question? So when at age 8, they separated, right? So they divorced, they went separate ways. So your father, did he go back to Germany? Or where did he live? Did he live in America?
Mm-hmm.
And he never, why all the kids stayed with mom?
Yeah.
Why nobody stayed with him?
I'm not sure. I think my mom definitely brainwashed us a lot. Some of my siblings have different dads as well. So they eventually did move out into their dad's house.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I was 12, 13 years old, I realized I was brainwashed and I wasn't afraid of my dad anymore. He passed away.
Fuck.
So
At what age?
13.
You were 13.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And she
thought
wouldn't
it's-
let me go to his funeral.
What the
What?
Yeah. There's a lot.
Jesus, Courtney, I'm sorry. Where are you in the order of age with your siblings?
I am the youngest.
You're the youngest?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a good relationship with them right now? And during all these years?
Yeah. Yep.
Did you share the trilogy? Did you get girls talk with your other sister did you guys like talk
My,
about?
my sister right now, I should say I have a great relationship with all of my siblings, all of my brothers.
Mhm.
My sister, unfortunately, decided to repeat the cycle of abuse on her daughters. And that's a whole nother story.
So do you get a form of kind of revenge feeling when you do these catches on what happened to you? Does that play a part in it mentally for you at all?
At first it did. When I first started catching, I would say. Now it's just feels like another day at the office. But it feels good, you know.
Well, I want to talk about that first catch and why, and why, and
How did
like
you get
your first catch?
Yeah,
like,
the first catch, and how did you get in
and
this
how old
industry?
were you?
Yeah.
My first catch, I just turned 23, I think. Yep, I just turned 23. And I saw a channel called Anxiety War on YouTube.
Mhm.
He was doing citizen catches, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that.
For predators, he was doing predator
Yeah.
catch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard about this channel before.
Yeah, and so I actually had that thought when I was 19, I should say. And then it took a long time for me to actually do it. And then when I was about 23, that's when I was finally able to build up the courage to do it. And I went on Chat IB, like how we caught the predators from yesterday,
Yes.
and found my first predator. I told my friends, hey, I'm going to be going out to do this. You guys should totally come with. It's just going to be like a social experiment.
Mhm.
I want to try it. And nobody would come with. Chris was like, I'm not, And the funny thing is, I was like, Chris is like, well, I know she's going to go and do it alone. So I got to go with her.
Yeah.
So it's just been Chris and I since. And now I got like, before my channel was removed, when I was getting bigger and bigger, I had like these people, my former friends hit me up trying to like join the team and stuff. And I'm
Mhm.
like,
You
You're
weren't
not
there at the
needed.
beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
We're
are
gonna
not
talk.
needed.
We're gonna talk about the channel removal and everything. But can you walk us through that first time, like specifically, just with how you were feeling, but also like what was the plan? Were you going to meet him in public? Like what was the thought process? You've never done this before. It's insane. Like even for us doing this for our first time was with you.
Yeah.
So we had someone with us that knew what
Guiding
how
Had
to,
experience.
right.
Yeah.
for you, all you had was visual references of other people that you don't know. So what is that like? And
And did he get arrested?
No. They threatened to arrest us, I think, too. Yeah. But no. So yeah, we were going to meet at a park, and he was on foot. He did not drive. And he showed up. I was like, okay, I'll just portray. I looked a bit younger. I didn't have like lip filler or anything, and I was skinnier. And I was like, I'll just portray like the kid for a second. Didn't even bother to cover up my tattoos or anything. But
were you using photos of yourself in the bait?
Yeah.
Like were they aged down, or they were just
They were
Yeah.
like what I do now, face app to look younger. And yeah, he's like, okay, let's meet at this park. So we went to his city, met at the park. I said, hey, I'm here. And he's like, yeah, I'm here too. He just like came out of nowhere. We just got there and he was there.
It's just you and Chris.
Just me and Chris.
And Chris, where you were
What are
like
you-
hiding?
Yeah, I was hiding behind a tree, or no, behind the. It was like they had like a big old gazebo
Were
pavilion.
you filming
thing.
like just with a phone? Like were you with a phone? or-
Yes, he was filming with his phone. Our camera, we didn't have time to do anything.
Right.
We saw him walking before we even saw his text. And we're like,
That's happened during the day, right? It was night catch.
during the day.
During the day.
Mm-hmm. And
So he's walking towards you.
mm-hmm. And I brought like this like chef's knife, like Michael Myers knife. Because I didn't
Good girl.
know.
Love it.
Good girl.
Love it. She was like, touch me. Just fucking touch me.
I would never do that now, but
Right.
yeah, and he took off, and so we were chasing him, and I put the knife in my pocket. I was running after him. The knife was jabbing into my thigh.
So he ran. He ran.
Yep,
Why did he run?
because we confronted him.
So he engaged with you for
okay.
a bit.
Yeah, he engaged. Oh, yeah. So he thought I was a child. He's like, come on, let's get out of here. Let's go. And it turns out he is a registered sex offender. And My mom actually went to high school with him. My very first catch.
What city was this in?
Baraboo, Wisconsin.
Baraboo.
Baraboo.
Barefoot.
Barefoot.
So he runs.
And we just chased him to his house, and so we were just banging on his door. So yeah, we went to his house. Like first catch, we went to their house.
And this is on this was on your channel?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
First video, first catch.
So you, Chris, chasing this motherfucker with a big knife, that poking your thighs, right? It's like, and you knock on his door. Did he open the door?
No.
Of course.
Nope.
And you guys call police?
Yep. His brother, Chris's brother, actually called the police, and the police were like, well, maybe they were just role playing and they're into that. Like they were not taking it serious. Nothing like that in Wisconsin has ever been done.
What did you do with the knife, police? When police show up, did you hide the knife?
The police just were like, you guys can't even come back to Baraboo. So we're not allowed in Baraboo anymore. But we still go
On
and we
what
still
grounds?
catch there. I don't know.
My shit. This is...
And
If it's just role playing and it's
Role
no
play-
big deal
role
for
playing.
him, then what is the problem with you?
Exactly. Very contradicting.
It doesn't make any
sense.
fucking sense.
Yeah.
I got to do all this paperwork. Yeah,
They don't want to do that paperwork.
It's like 15 minutes of work.
Wow.
And that was, what year? Do you guys remember?
21.
What?
2021?
That was 2021.
2022.
2021.
2022.
Because we worked in 2022.
What the fuck? What? How?
Yo.
No, it has to be early, like 2018, 2019.
No, I
No.
got the dates right here.
2021, I think.
So I
That
guess
was
I didn't.
May, sorry.
I guess
May
I didn't
11th,
realize
21.
how new you were to it when we started together.
I was new to it, but I was really experienced. Like I already collaborated with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, and I think I was probably like maybe 30th something catch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought that was like 3-4 years prior you met us. You guys just started doing that.
I guess.
Wow.
That's crazy.
In a timeline way, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done it a lot of times.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. And I'm so sad.
Why are you sorry?
Because we have to stop this for a second.
Yeah.
And because Courtney is talking and we have to say, Courtney, please.
I'm not sorry.
You're not sorry.
No.
Okay. I'm
Because this podcast wouldn't be here without support of our sponsors.
Yeah.
So
We have to. We must. Because
shout out
out.
to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring Trilogy Media.
We have stories.
We have
need,
stories.
We need
so
to
many
tell
stories,
you what happened to us.
so many reasons, so
What-
many skits coming your way in upcoming. What happened?
What happened to you in London?
We did a Surfshark integration on our last video. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. It was bloopers. Let's just put it that way. But
Bloopers.
because this is a podcast and some of you are listening, only listening and not watching, we're going to just tell you about Surfshark and why we're grateful they sponsor us, why they are a cybersecurity company /VPN/ so many other perks of a product that you need to get to protect yourself online. Because if you're not protecting yourself online nowadays, then what the fuck are you doing?
Well, the only things that I can say nowadays, the amount that VP fucking ends, dude. I'm going
VP
YouTube
fucking ends.
and every time when I see somebody else's new video, there is new fucking VPN. There is V in my N, N in my V, P in my poo. There is fuckers coming everywhere. It's like a new boom of VPN services.
Which, do what you want.
Yeah.
Right? We can't tell you what to do. We
Of
tell
course.
you what we like. We tell you who has
What
supported
we
us.
use.
We've used it for years. Literally, you can go back years ago
2019 or
and see
2018.
integrations with Surfshark that not only have had our back, but they've had a reliable product that millions of people use. 30-day money-back guarantee, unlimited devices. You don't have to add more add-ons like with Netflix.
So they're
You
not
got to pay
Netflix?
more. No,
you don't have to
Unlimited
pay for every single
devices.
line.
And if you don't know what a VPN is, then that's all the more reason you need to get Surfshark, because you should be using a VPN. Which VPN you use, look, different brands of clothing, use whatever you want.
Yeah.
But if you're not using one at all, you might as well be walking in the most dangerous neighborhood you can find, not only with no clothes on, but swinging your dick around and smacking people's doorbells with the dick.
If they don't have a dick.
Well, then that's a whole nother set of problems that they'll have to deal with.
Yeah.
My point is, if you don't
navigate
have a
your-
VPN at all, you're unarmed. You have no way to protect yourself.
Completely naked.
Nothing to cover yourself.
Nothing.
So get a VPN. We like Surfshark. Our opinion, they're the best one, the most affordable one. And if you use our link, surfshark.com/trilogy, or use promo code trilogy at checkout, you're going to get 4 extra months completely free just for using that link.
Every single time, and we travel a lot. I cannot wait. Please, we need to order a fucking big map, and we need to start putting pins please. With Trilogy Media travel, states, cities, continents,
Look
everything.
You have a great fucking idea. Wow. Once in a while.
Every single time when we travel, Wi-Fi, or we always looking for Wi-Fi. On a plane, on your favorite plane that I went to sleep, I woke up, you're still trying to log into Wi-Fi. It was a disaster, dude. Anyways.
No, that wasn't the disaster airline. There's other airlines. And if you know, it's a sidebar, by the way, we have no problem saying when something is a piece of shit. Like, American Airlines, they can fucking suck my dick.
You really want to
do that? If they want to, but I'm going to have to charge them for the pleasure. We're honest. That's who we are. We're unapologetically who we are, and we are honest.
We're unprofessionally professional.
And we only take sponsorships on products that we actually use and we like and we trust, and Surfshark is that. So get Surfshark, surfshark.com/trilogy, 4 extra months on the house, or use promo code Trilogy for 4 extra months for free, and protect yourself online now.
Unlimited devices. Not that you needed it, but we have to say it is fucking America. 30 days. Anything is money back. You don't like it? Eat your pizza, go shut it out, and they still gonna give you money back.
Wow.
That, God bless America.
Jesus.
It's only in America.
Well, all right.
So,
but it's worldwide product. So use it, get it, enjoy it, lick it, like it, love it. And we're back to Courtney.
No, it's because we have so many mutual friends.
And I have so many questions. But
we have Ryan Montgomery. How did you guys connected? Because
that's how we connected with her.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say, because we have mutual friends and stuff, and it was like, hey Ryan, do you know Courtney? Did you work with her? How did you all connected?
Yeah, he how I met Ryan was he slid in the DMs. And
no one else
not like that though.
Yeah. A professional way, DM. Professional.
It's just noodles.
We know what is this DM, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Those DMs can get you married.
Yeah. No, Ryan and I are pretty good friends. We go through phases where we will talk on the phone every single day for 3 months, and then we will not talk for a year. And then we'll talk on the phone every single day. Mm-hmm. And then we just won't talk.
That's life. That's life.
But I shout out to him, though, because when my channel got deleted, well, we can talk about that later, but he was the first person to call me.
Here we go.
And I was like, oh, I forgot about you, and I thought you forgot about me. And
no. I actually talked to him and about you when your channel got deleted. We were talking about some different projects, and he was like, hey guys, what are you up to? And we're we just did with Courtney stuff, and I was like, unfortunately your channel got deleted. He was like, yeah, I know. He was like, I call her. He was like, it's just fucking unbelievable. But we'll talk about this.
We'll get there. So you do your first catch. Can you walk me through kind of what happens after that? How fast did you post the video, and then how fast did you decide I'm gonna do this again and make this a brand? How did the transition from you trying this once to you then doing this full time?
Yeah, I was like, well, shoot. Remember, it was supposed to be a social experiment. I was like, well, that was an experience, but he was a runner. Let me do it again, see how I will do during an interview. So I decided to do it again, went on Chat IB.
In the park or something else next time?
We met in a Walmart in the capital of Wisconsin. And for the first video, it took about 3 weeks to post it. We took our time with it. We didn't really do this expecting to be YouTubers or anything. And then second catch we did about, I think we did the second catch before we even posted the first video maybe. And I just really wanted to try it again. We had another runner. So I'm like, okay, got it. Same thing. Let me try it one more time. Maybe I'll get an interview. Third catch, met in Madison, Wisconsin. We met at a park. He was a social worker. And I got a 40-minute interview.
Wow.
And that's when I started blowing up. My videos were getting longer. It was just me doing it. I was the first girl catcher. Something I really regret is being other catchers live decoy when I was younger, because it really discredited me as a catcher. People stopped looking at me as a catcher. Whenever people would want to collab, they wouldn't let me talk.
They will put you in a box as decoy only, not the face of the channel, and not as a
it wouldn't
team equality.
It wouldn't be like a collaboration.
Right.
It would be a paid job for me, and I was like, shoot, that's not what I want to do. So I kind of accidentally branded myself like that for so many years.
Not with us.
No, definitely
Not with
not.
us.
You guys.
Although, unfortunately, all this weekend have been runners, so we've had like...
Yeah.
but,
No, you cannot control that, but
Right, I know,
since
but-
day one when we started working with you, it was you, your face, your brand, and like our
Yeah.
two goofballs, our brand, and we together,
Mhm.
dude, that's first. Let's talk about our first ever collab together and what happened in the park.
I was going to ask you about
Oh
that,
my
just about that
God.
Well,
was
let's talk about how you guys flew me out there for like 12 hours and then flew me back, right? So
How
we
did
only had one guy on the line and he actually showed up.
Yeah.
So that was really lucky that he showed up
Right.
and everything worked how it was supposed to.
Can you guys remind me, how did we fucking meet? I don't remember.
Oh
What
yeah,
happened?
0 day.
0 day.
That's right. Okay, so
'Cause
noodles.
we had talked in the months prior about being like, I have been interested. I watched, I mean, like anyone had watched To Catch a Predator, and it inspired. And you and I had already been doing scammer catches now for a couple of years.
Yes.
It was always on my mind at some point. I would love to get into something like this, but we didn't. Again, we would want to. We're very collaborative. We've always wanted to, do it with other people, and so we had met 0 day.
We met 0 day. 0 day.
I forget how, but we were talking to 0
I remember
day.
where. The,
Oh, I
wanna say the
remember because
event.
he slid into my DMs, and I didn't. I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" Remember that?
Oh, yeah,
he
that's
told
right.
that story.
And actually, John, he's the
Because
one.
we had
who-
a mutual
yeah.
friend as well. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
That's his thing.
We had
Just
told
Slides in the DMs.
we had told him at some point we wanted to do that kind of work,
Yeah.
and you're the first name that came up. He's like,
That's
"You gotta
right,
check
true.
out this
Yeah.
catcher, Courtney." That's how we connected.
And he was doing already with the MMA fighter. Remember, he was.
He
working.
had just been starting doing that, and then, but he had also done a lot of other work in that
Right.
kind of space.
right.
But,
yeah, like behind the scenes for
Yeah.
every catcher.
So
yeah.
you started baiting for I don't know why we did San Diego and we didn't do LA. I don't know why. But anyway, you got Martin.
How did
on
you?
the hook.
How did you?
How did I pick San Diego?
No. How did you? Did you even knew us? Did you even know us
No.
back in the days? Did you check our channel? Anything?
I did like
After
Briefly.
we talked.
after our meeting that we had.
We had barely talked, but when you
Yeah.
showed up, like,
yeah.
because we were talking kind of through
Yeah, how-
Ryan for a while.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. It was 2.5
I know
years ago.
it's so much happened.
So much has happened since.
Why in the fucking world we went to San Diego
I
area?
don't remember. Well, we never did it again
I
for a good
remember
reason.
why we
Yeah.
went because I was like, oh, there's a catcher there named CC Unit, and that's about it. That was not
Dude,
good on my part. Like
You
to
flew
think,
across the country. We drove to San Diego, and we had one person, Martin,
Yeah. And he showed up.
and he motherfucker
And he showed up. And it ended up being
and so did
one
his
of,
wife.
if not the most controversial videos
Oh
we've ever
my
published, which I still stand by at 100%. We've done many offshoot commentaries, productions, Trilogy Plus
How dare you
exclusives.
talk to 911 emergency line like
Fucking
this?
goddamn.
Um,
But I guess from the perspective of you and your friendship with us and the things that followed, that didn't scare you away. The controversial nature, which I don't even like that word for this particular
Controversial.
thing. It's stupid, but a lot of people perceive it that way. It didn't make you not want to interact with us or want to do this again. What was your, looking back now, response to that first collab and what came of it? And then we ended up doing it many more times after.
I told 0 Day, we talked about it after it was published. I was like, I still think it's one of the best catches we've done. It was so different than any other catcher's catch that was on YouTube at that time. So, and it was so raw.
Yeah.
We could have cut out the part where the wife, showed up, and we didn't have to put all that stuff in. The reason why I really pressed that we should keep it in is because this is so real.
Mhm.
And it's not us that is doing this. It's just showing that the predator.
This is the real repercussions of what
it
happens when
affects
people do
not
this
only
shit.
the kid's life, but
Yeah.
everybody
Everybody's
around the
around. Mhm.
predator's
when you
life.
fucked up,
Well,
So it was
you
so
and-
raw.
You and I have always been very pro put what happened, don't cut just to make it look prettier.
Yeah.
And that was no exception.
And I thought honestly I was fine.
it was great.
I thought you guys, I was honestly surprised you guys wanted to do it again. So yeah.
No, it was amazing. Like you and me, we literally, Ash was handling a police situation.
Mhm.
Me and you drilling this motherfucker for 2 hours. We ask every single question. We have no question left.
We have
There's
nothing.
nothing, dude.
Because
It
I had
was
to call
so
them
long.
7 times to show up.
Yeah.
And
And I love how
it was-
everybody is just like kind of, you dealing with this stuff, me and you, then you left, you came back, and then we just like, Martin, you have to talk. You have to do it. Yeah, no, it was amazing. I would not change anything.
No, me
it was
neither.
great, and it was raw, like exactly like you said. We when we did collab with Social Catfish, and we had one of the victims, and she's a racist bitch. Social Catfish and his editor team, they're like, hey guys, should we left that out that she's a racist? And we said,
No.
absolutely fucking not. Everything would happen from beginning to the end going to be in a video. We're not making these two puru. No, everything would happen gonna be on the internet. So there is a full documentary of everything.
Yep.
And I'm glad that we did with Martin. Nothing to hide.
And what a way to,
Enter the business?
bombastically enter the fucking space.
The community,
The
yeah.
community. Tell us perspective of other catchers when they saw this collab happen. What happened?
I remember.
Did they talk shit about us?
Probably.
I remember I posted it in this pride catching group chat that we have on Instagram because I thought it was so cool. I was like, oh my gosh, guys, look. And I posted the trailer. And then after it came out, like they watched it. A lot of the catchers in there watched it. And I remember Skeeter Jean said something about Ashton. I think I was like,
That he's an asshole?
I said,
Probably.
well, we all know that.
Wow.
But
You've been spending too much time with this guy.
well, I saw one of the comments on your guys' video, and it was like, I am so tired of Art and Courtney's shenanigans.
Girl.
Same.
Girl, love it. So what Skittles? What did he say
No,
about my business
Fuck
partner?
this
I
guy.
remember Skeet said, I said, guys, and it took police about 2 hours to show up. Can you believe that? And then Skeet said something along the lines of, I mean, the guy in the glasses was swearing at them, so.
What you were expecting? He was
Right?
I only swore
dude.
after they told me that the supervisor or whatever specifically decided we are not coming. This is not a priority.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
know?
Like, I'm so sorry. Please come. There is a child predator here on the bench. Please, can you come? No, fucking do it.
I want to know why Martin didn't leave.
I know. I'm actually surprised more of them don't leave. They have no legal obligation to stay unless we do a citizen's arrest, which
You know,
we
Do you remember
rarely
how-
do that. But
Do you remember how this bitch flipped when he realized that he's not
oh,
going
he
to get
got
arrested?
cocky when they
and he
when they
started
were on
walking
his
away with
side.
police from us, and he was start like cussing us. Remember?
Yeah.
He
How
cried
got
like a-
from-
He cried like a little bitch, and
Yeah, he
then
cried
when
like a
he
little bitch.
realized he
Fuck
wasn't
you
gonna
guys.
face
Yeah,
it,
and then
Ew.
fuck off! Like he got
Cocky.
protected by police.
Mhm.
And what happened with that police department a couple years later?
Yeah, so if anyone's watching, I mean, we've done so many offshoots on this story. I've done Dexter's debriefs. I've done a stupid bullshit about the response to this video. I've tore apart every fucking argument against us with that video with nothing but pure logic, in my opinion. But we also did an update video in January, just kind of doing a catch up on a lot of our past cases, scammers and preds both. And this story was part of that. And yeah, it was not that long after we did the Martin catch that I don't think it was anybody that was on scene that day, but somebody in their police department, some higher up of some department, sub-department or whatever, was busted for doing exactly the same shit.
Yeah.
Preying on children. I think it was like a 15-year-old boy he was talking to
It
or
was a boy.
something.
Yep.
And he was caught and exposed by a sting. Right, if I remember correctly, I have to rewatch the actual video we made. I don't remember. It was, but
He never got arrested. Nothing. They just fired
well,
him.
eventually he did, but
Yeah.
he faced some consequences. It wasn't much,
Enough.
but he did have to move. I think he moved to Nevada or something.
Oh,
And it's
amazing!
like,
Wow.
wow. So,
From one
yeah.
police department to
I
another
know.
police department.
So it's just ironic. It's just super ironic.
Yeah.
I can't make the statement that the cops on scene were influenced in any way by that occurrence, but it's awfully interesting that someone within was guilty of the exact same shit that we were there for calling for Martin.
It's just
So,
coincidence. It's just coincidence.
Yeah, of course,
Of course,
you know.
it's coincidence.
um,
All right, so we did this, and then
I think
and then everything fucking started.
I think
through
our
you.
very next thing with you was just
Tony.
happened to be in Glendale.
Glendale. Yeah.
I don't know why
think-
we picked Glendale.
Just
Thank
by
God we
Dude,
did.
It was by accident because we're looking for the houses that has no cameras and blah blah blah, and we just
Well, we weren't even concerned with that at the time. We were just looking for a house that was reasonably
whatever
priced.
it was available. We
That
can
was gonna
afford it at
be
the time.
somewhat central to
Yeah.
where we were. You were going to fly in, and I believe it was the Tony Elmer
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sting House.
Yeah.
Was the very
Yeah.
next thing.
First two, not my
which
pants, not
wasn't
my dick,
It wasn't
not my
that long
cock.
later. It was a
Nothing.
few months later, and we had such and then we got to see how a real police department handles shit like this. And we were
Officer
like,
Shoemaker, hello, baby.
Officer High Heels.
Listen to me. Listen to this shit. So when we caught Rhino, and I'm talking to Officer...
Rhino is one we caught on Friday, you'll see.
Lopez. You know. I'm talking to Officer Lopez, and I was like, hey, we a couple years ago, we got this police officer, Schumacher, high heel.
She got promoted.
Yeah. And she immediately said, oh yeah, she's right now captain.
She's like,
something.
Sergeant or something.
Higher up. And I said, she's badass. Our fans
I am
really
not
love her.
surprised that she got promoted.
she's fantastic.
She's amazing.
Yeah. So anyways.
I think one thing that just gets overlooked so often, and it pisses me off when I hear about these police departments that not only don't take it seriously, but then want to put some kind of legal ramification on the catcher. It's like the actual penal code. And the people in the comments that think they know everything and then comment and say, well, she wasn't really 14. Doesn't fucking matter. The penal code makes it a crime to communicate or set up a meeting for lewd acts with anyone that is a minor, or someone that you should know is a minor, or someone that you believe is a minor.
Exactly.
Those three pillars are very important, and they're specifically said in penal codes 288.2 and 288.4, at least of the California Penal Code. It's a crime before they even show up. Can you talk about how that started really playing a part when you did get these interviews, you started doing more, and when you got your first arrest, and the contrast between just the mood of the police department that day on the outcome of what happens and how you started to see variance in that amongst your different locations?
Oh gosh. I think my first arrest I actually wasn't there for because I turned it in afterwards. But my first on-scene arrest, I think it was my 6th or 7th catch, and he was 60 years old, and he was after an 8-year-old girl, and he wanted to marinate her body in barbecue sauce. Yes, I said that correctly.
Chris, yeah?
I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Yeah, I see Chris is like...
to confirm?
Yeah,
I mean...
No.
I
I mean,
don't know
like...
what you're doing. Yeah.
Other than the child element, it sounds like a Trilogy live stream. You know, I marinate you in barbecue sauce in a pool.
No, it was
That's fucked up.
It was a really amazing experience with police. So I was like, wow, this is going to be great moving forward.
But you didn't report him out, like you reported him and then they arrest him later? What happened?
Oh, that one. No, yeah, that's a different one. Yeah, we were called 911. He had child, and so we called 911, and they were amazing. They came, arrested him.
Why weren't you there for it?
I was. I said this is a different.
Oh, sorry.
catch.
Okay,
It's
I'm
okay.
misunderstood.
You blinking?
Wow. Well, you didn't fucking know.
I'm not correcting
you weren't there. I'm not
no.
correcting. I'm asking.
I could have worded it wrong,
No,
but
my bad.
yeah, I was like, wow, this is going to be amazing moving forward.
If you would
Yeah.
even know
Right?
how much bureaucracy and bullshit.
Yeah, naive,
Yeah,
starting
yeah.
out.
Don't we all?
Yeah, and then I got this predator in my city. He wanted to do everything in the book. And I was like, okay, great. I've had great experiences with police moving forward.
Mhm.
This county, this state, going great. I was like, okay, police are here. I'll cut the cameras now. My shit was dying anyway. Cut the cameras. I got charged with everything. They let the predator go. She threatened to arrest me. She told me that everything I'm doing is a sham. She called me charged me for misuse of 911, even though it was a black man that called. It was a bystander, and he even said it was me that called. She's like, nah, you guys can sort that out in court.
Name and shame this officer. Who is it?
Officer Chelsea Wetjen of Madison Police Department.
Fuck
Yep.
you.
Yeah. Wetjen.
Jen.
It's pronounced Weejen, but we call her Wet
We call her
Jen.
Wetjen.
Wetjen.
It's spelled like Wetjen, so
And
She still work there?
yeah, she still works there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Hell yeah.
Fuck that.
And then when people say the controversy about
She's a
police,
Sorry.
Yeah.
it's just like, and that's the thing, we get used to amazing fucking job in Glendale,
Yeah.
and then you go other places,
Yeah.
and you get arrested.
You never know. Did those charges stick on you? What happened there?
The disorderly conduct one stuck, even though I didn't do anything. The bystander was yelling, not me. And I think she was just jealous of me
Wow.
because I was so hot that day. No, I'm just kidding.
So did you get a consequence for that? Like what happened?
I had to pay like a $600 like a $15 fine. Because
$15?
I took it to trial. I was being so petty. I got a lawyer.
Good.
I was
good
so
for you.
petty. I took it to trial.
That's what I would do.
And then the district attorney, the district attorney's assistant, she was helping out the DA that day.
Mm-hmm.
She got arrested like 3 different times since that since she was doing that trial.
For what?
I think she was going like 60 over the speed limit, like just crazy shit. I was like, yeah, we live in a crooked city.
Everything's crooked.
You know what?
There's crookedness everywhere.
It brings me to a new conversation that I want to talk a little bit about Chihuahua and our beautiful LA/DA situation.
That was funny.
You guys almost we were okay.
We've told this story in explicit detail so many times, but we're just the unique perspective now is hindsight and time distance, you know.
So the house was booked in Glendale. We moved to LA. We did the arrest, and that was Fernando, the pink.
Because we had an issue with the booking or something. We couldn't get it in Glendale jurisdiction that weekend.
So we prosecuted, everything good. Boom, Fernando got arrested. And then a year later or something like that, we didn't know anything that you guys going through.
Yeah.
And only when you posted, I don't know, something happened. You made a post or something, and I was like,
that you have like an arrest warrant from California or some
Yeah,
shit.
did you start a GoFundMe or something?
I was like, hey
what
guys,
happened?
if you guys want to help donate, I mean,
Yes,
this public
right.
defender keeps having me and Chris fly back and forth every month. Doesn't even use Chris as a witness. Only used me once, I think, as a witness at that time. He even said off the record in the hallway in front of the person that was defending California. He even said in front of him, yeah, I'm just trying to inconvenience them, like straight up. And it worked. We were broke as fuck, and they put a warrant out for us. And I was like, I can't afford this. If anyone wants to donate,
Yeah, I saw that post. I took a
it,
screenshot. I sent to Ashton. I was like, Ashton, I was not aware of these. Let's immediately pay for everything that she needs, and let's get involved in this.
Yeah.
And we get involved in this, and we met Chihuahua.
Michael Lambros.
Chihuahua.
The disgraced public
fucking
defender.
Self.
he was shorter than me. He's short, little guy. That's why he's such a dick.
And
Napoleon effect.
Oh
Little
my
short
God.
beach Napoleon effect.
He didn't eat enough carrots when he was little.
I actually...
I told him that.
I actually talked to an attorney last week about maybe suing
Yeah,
Really?
the
Yeah.
court, for violating my First Amendment rights.
Yeah.
Which there may or may not be a case there. I need to get some more opinions.
I would do it if there is a case. Yeah.
The main thing that this particular lawyer suggested. Actually, I haven't even told you this yet.
Yep.
Because I can't recap this whole story right now, but go watch Fernando Catch and then the court 3-hour-long fucking court retelling
One
of
of the
what
best
happened.
videos ever you fucking made. You
I
put
put
your
my heart and soul into that video.
It's great.
I watched that video not only like 5-10 times, but I also listen. I was like, I'm just gonna go for a walk with my dog and just listen, transcription word by word. And the more I listened, the more I was like, unfucking.
I also did that. I put it in and I would just listen to it.
listen.
It was just the different voices. It's
so-
just amazing.
Rosie, shout out to you. She did amazing
I had a lot of help,
voiceover.
but
Like
Rosie
a
did
lot
great
of help.
voices. Hood helped me with the graphics and it was
Teamwork.
It was teamwork for
And
sure.
he was so pissed that we show up. He was expecting you guys gonna get arrested, you gonna go thrown in prison, and then Trilogy Media showed up in the court day. Oh, it was so good.
Well, he never faced any like legal consequences, even though he was reported to the state bar and everything. But I think he suffered some pretty bad reputational damage because and we made it very clear, we are not encouraging anyone to harass him or do anything directly to him in any way other than just telling our opinion of what happened.
Yep, but it's our opinion.
People do what people do, and if you go search him online, it's quite fucking hilarious.
And right before we walked on our side, so he was a dick DA. What was our side? That lady who was dealing with us.
Jury Kim.
Oh yeah, Jury Kim.
She was the DA. He was the public defender.
Okay, public defender. That's right.
And
so our DA, she
Serena
said
Murillo was a judge.
He have a reputation. Remember?
For being an asshat.
Yeah.
For being an asshole and intimidating, like
Witness intimidation.
Witness. Thank you.
Yeah.
Witness intimidation.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
fuck you, and fuck you, Chihuahua. Eat carrots. Live better. Fuck.
I can't, but what's interesting is the very house we're working in right now is next door to the house where all that occurred in.
Yeah.
When we chased down Penguin. It's funny how you have an animal nickname now for every predator, which is fitting.
Yeah.
Yep. Although animals are way better than these predators.
No, the creatures, they're not animals.
But it was the house next door. And then subsequently filmed the interview of your perspective telling the Lamper story that we ended up using in the video, which is the very next door house from the one we're going to right after this podcast. So it's all very full circle. But that was over a year ago now.
Yeah.
That day when we had like 2 catches back to back, had to go to court in between.
And then a predator was actually on time, and you're just
When
trying
I'm
to
on the
figure
phone
out
with our
if you're
attorney.
getting arrested.
And it was like, I'm like, hold on.
And Chris said, hey, just want to let you know, Pred is 5 minutes away.
A DTO, hold on, I'm going to call you back. We got to go do another one. I'll call you right back. Yeah.
And that's when like the chaos happened. When you're filming, here is filming, he opened the door, he sees filming, he sees reflection, and he decided to run. And I was like, oh, bitch, don't run. And he ran. I was like, oh, fuck.
But he fell over 7 times. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have outrun this motherfucker, and that says a lot.
Yeah.
Well, hello again. It's us, 2 jokers.
Two jokers.
We all
the
need
most
to
needed and useless parts of the deck that we've established today.
we establish.
A separate video. Actually, it's not even going to apply to this.
Very
But anyway,
interesting.
we're here, and we're sponsored by Incogni. Now, you might be wondering, I thought you were sponsored by Surfshark. Well, we are. Surfshark and Incogni. They're like under the same umbrella, but 2 very different, very important products for taking back your personal information. Incogni.com/trilogy is where you're going to want to go right now or as soon as this podcast is over, because your personal data is fucking everywhere.
Whatever you done prior this, or you will do in the future, everybody has a naked footprints.
Wow.
You go on the internet, whatever you did with your fingers, your footprints, whatever you call. There are some prints.
It's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Yes, you do have a digital footprint. Anytime you go
Traceable.
online, you put your information, you put your email address into some contact form. You ever wonder why suddenly you get a bunch of freaking unsolicited marketing emails,
Bunch of shit.
physical mail, envelopes, fucking loan offers, auto insurance, whatever the fuck it is? That's called data harvesting. And you would be shocked if you think that your information is not being harvested. You're dead ass wrong. I challenge you just to go try Incogni. They have a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like it, then that's your problem. But it's actually not a problem because you get your money back. But you won't need that because it's amazing. Incogni will remove your personal information from public databases. They work for you on your behalf. So you don't have to do shit. You just make an account.
That's perfect for you.
I know.
Perfect for me.
Anything that it can work for me and I can be on the couch is amazing. So
I agree on that.
alone
In this case,
is awesome.
I agree on that.
Incogni works to get your personal information removed off of public databases. And you're probably wondering, what's a public database? I can't think of any. Well, that's the point, because when you go in and you see how many databases and names of databases that you've never even fucking heard of, but they have your personal information, you'll be shocked. Mine's in the thousands. Incogni works for you on your behalf. They put in the requests for data removal. Those companies have to comply, but they have to be asked to do so. So if you do this by yourself, take freaking years.
God. It's going to take years. And also, every single month, you're going to get a healthy report. They're going to say what's been pending, what's been...
Pending.
Pending.
I don't want to derail your train of thought, but
I'm just looking at
monthly progress reports. So they tell you which requests have been put through, which have been granted, which ones had objections of which they will fight for you. You don't have to do literally anything. All you have to do is go to our link. It's incogni.com/trilogy, or use promo code trilogy. You're going to get 60% off an entire year.
Sorry, we tried for 69.
Wow.
It doesn't work. It's 60 is already enough.
You have a right to know where your personal information is being stored and sold, and Incogni will help you take that back. And as an added bonus, you're going to see a massive reduction in unsolicited spam, because your name and your address and your phone number and your email aren't going to be sitting on a bunch of random lists just waiting to be abused. So take your personal information back. Use our link for 60% off an annual subscription. It's all linked below. Incogni.com/trilogy. And thank you again to Incogni for sponsoring Trilogy Media.
Yeah.
We've done so much.
We've done a lot.
done together so fucking much. And then we started, and now we did Skittles several times. Now we're doing Alma together.
Yep.
Fucking, hey, thank you for hooking up with awesome people. Alma, we just did podcast yesterday with him. Dude is humble,
Yeah, it was
amazing,
his first podcast.
He's such a awesome kid.
I forgot to tell him. I was going to bring it up in the podcast and it just slipped my mind, but I forgot to tell him. I feel bad, but that he was in an episode of your show on our platform and we didn't even fucking realize it.
Because who edited it?
Either
Mike.
Hood or Mike, someone else edited it, and we're churning out so much content there that we trust our editors. We can't necessarily review every single thing before it goes out. We have a team for that. Yeah. And that one in particular we didn't. But an episode of Caught in the Web was with Oma in a hotel room, and it was living on our platform for like a year. And then you're like, yeah, he's on your platform. I'm like,
yeah, you guys were like, yeah, like if you know Oma, right? And I was like, yeah, he's on Trilogy Plus. You guys were like, what?
Yeah, like on Trilogy Plus, you're like, yeah, go watch episode. We're like, oh my god,
it's on your streaming service, guys.
Whoops,
never happened before.
But now he's here, and we're working together, and he's great.
And he was such a cool kid when you said like, hey, I'm doing this for Trilogy Plus. Do you mind withhold your video for like a little bit? And he was so cool, dude. He's so fucking. I love this
he's
kid.
Great.
He's amazing.
And Marcus is great. Like,
yeah, I told Ashton, I was like, we're gonna work a lot with him.
W team, yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Fucking A.
Holy shit.
So let's bring this up now and talk a little bit about
the channel
the
situation.
YouTube horseshit.
Yeah.
Which again is a conversation that never ceases to come up when
didn't even know that you didn't even fucking receive your silver plaque for 100K subscribers.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
Chris walked in, he checked one plaque, Spanish channel, and he was like, oh, cool, you got your silver plaque? So we're like, yeah, same as you. He was like, no, we never did.
So tell us about your...
Oma got his really, really, really late as well. So I'm just not surprised that I never got one.
Most people watching this know about our YouTube woes and the inconsistency in which they enforce their horseshit guidelines and the bullshit that comes in with all of that and the penalizing that happens.
Yeah,
penetration.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get penetrated a lot by YouTube. Just want to let you know.
So, but talk about you've probably had the worst of it of all of us, and all up to the point where your channel of over 100,000 subscribers was deleted unfairly, unjustly, bullshitly.
And I just got it monetized, and then it was deleted.
So we're gonna plug heavily her new channel that's replacing that right now. To talk about what happened, why it happened, and how fucking stupid it is.
Well, I had one strike because one just got lifted. I only had one strike.
For what?
Harassment and bullying.
Yeah.
How dare you harass and bullying a pedophile who want to rape your kids?
Yeah.
By asking him questions. So harassing.
I got that
coming from a girl. You harass me.
Yeah, I got that strike when I was actually on the plane leaving you guys.
For what video?
Yep.
For what video?
It was Tony and it was Tony and I remember it was like that.
Tony?
It was...
Not my pants?
Yeah. No, that was the first time I got demonetized. I actually got remonetized.
No, I know. I just remember when we pulled over in the car, we give you a ride, and you said, hey, guys, I just didn't want to say...
That morning, I got demonetized,
You said, I was on a plane.
Channel-wide. Right, channel-wide demonetization.
Channel-wide.
And that's when I said immediately, sorry, I said, like, we're not gonna... Fuck them, fuck YouTube. You're coming on Trilogy Plus. You're gonna have your own show on Trilogy Plus. We got you, girl. And we start doing...
Which there's two different hemispheres of penalization on YouTube. There's the demonetization, which is just your ability to make money on ad revenue. But then there's community guidelines, which actually threaten the existence of your channel. So you had one strike on that from which video? Do you remember?
I don't remember, no.
Okay, but it was a harassment bullshit.
Yeah.
Probably on a video that's still up on our channel.
Yeah.
Probably.
Which is so stupid.
I just want to let you know you're a fucking scary girl. Like, if I would not know you, like Courtney, like I would fucking run, dude. I will run.
Is there a point?
Yeah, the point. Yeah,
to this?
Yeah, because harassment and bullying.
So is your attempt at sarcasm?
My fucking sarcasm.
Your attempt at humor is sarcasm.
Intimidating.
Leave the sarcasm to me.
You go and fucking bully people left and right.
I mean, I can be intimidating.
You had one strike. So what happened after that? How did you lose the channel entirely?
So I lost the channel a couple of days after I think it was after the high-speed car chase stuff.
Was it because of that video?
No.
It was
we had just filmed it.
It was a really old video, though. No. I remember how I lost the channel. So I was trying to upload a video to YouTube, heavily edited, police presence, everything. It was like perfect. It was a video that I actually never uploaded before. It was an old couch that was just kind of in the chamber that I forgot about. And so I got all that together. And then the night before, I was going to schedule it, premiere the next day. Everything was good.
And at that point, you had 2 strikes or one?
One.
Because the other one was already expired, right?
Yeah, it expired. And so went to bed, woke up, saw the notification my channel was removed. I appealed it, took up the entire space of the email, until I had 0 characters that I could insert. Sent it within like 14 seconds, appealed and denied.
Yep. They didn't read it.
No. So, yeah.
And that was how long ago?
January, early January, I think.
So it's just a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And it's when you get strike, you have expiration date for that strike, which is 90 days, right?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
us.
you never know. And
They told you by April, like we got our warning.
So we have a YouTube rep, which I won't name because she is on our side and she does.
She'll love what we do.
It's very departmental in YouTube, as you can imagine. It's a massive corporation. She doesn't make decisions and that kind of stuff, but she can help us strategize on how to best fight them.
Yeah.
So I don't name her, and actually I have a stupid bullshit episode I'm working on that's going to include a lot of the things and advice and certain things that she's given us, but I'm keeping her entirely anonymous for that very reason. But she's told us point blank, yeah, it's 3 strikes, you're out, but you can get all 3 strikes in the same go. Like you in the same minute, you can get 3 strikes, boom, 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 for whatever they want to assign 3 strikes for 3 different points in the same video. It's very stupid.
Yeah.
But the 3 strikes, you're out really is completely stupid. Not even.
But
doesn't
in
even
your
apply.
case, it's 2 strikes.
Or did you?
1.
Big.
Yeah. They did not give me a strike. They just removed my channel. I had 1 strike. That's it. And they just removed my channel. They did not give me a strike.
And do you remember what? You don't remember what video it was
that I had a strike on?
That they blamed the removal on.
I know what video it was. It was never posted though, because I had it unlisted. You know, I was gonna post
So it's for
it.
an unlisted video.
Yeah.
So you didn't even post the video?
No, I was going to schedule a premiere for the next day.
Oh, okay. And there's police.
Yeah.
Everything.
Fucking
Police,
real.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
And they said same thing, harassment and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, you're fucking such an intimidating like girl. I just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like YouTube afraid of you.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
It's the second time.
So what I'm
It
gonna say?
wasn't
third
funny
time?
the first time.
Okay, cool.
It wasn't funny the second
Is
time.
anybody fucking talking to you?
You're the scary one.
Ashton, you're never funny, so shut up.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You're welcome to our podcast anytime, any day.
I feel
You've
that.
been spending way too much time with him the last few days.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I'm usually so nice to Ash. I've been on his ass all weekend.
Yeah, because you're rubbing off on her, you dick.
Quit rubbing off on Courtney.
Quit rubbing yourself on people.
I'm teaching her Russian. Yesterday she's like, da. I came to Courtney yesterday. Like, listen, I'm gonna talk I'm playing Russian Mafia. I'm gonna talk shit to Predator face in Russian, and you just say da. And she, oh my god! So I'm blasting Predator yesterday, and Courtney just stays. She looks at you like da.
Scared the crap out of me.
Oh my god!
Predator's like, what the hell's
What
going
the
on? He
fuck
was
is
like
happening?
towering the Predator too.
And the guy's like this.
Yeah, the guy, what's happening?
Okay,
Well, let's talk about the second channel.
it's your resilience to not give up
Not giving up.
after that. And I don't mean give up like, because if I were in that position, I would like, obviously still want to keep going in a different way, but I would be so fucking defeated just from the YouTube perspective that I would be like, fuck YouTube entirely, and I'd want to just try something else. But you open a second channel and you're still going. Like, how do you find that in yourself to just fucking just not be like so fucking defeated from this?
I've already come this
start
far.
over.
Yeah, I've already come this far. If I did it once, I can do it again. Now I know what to do better, how I can improve. You know, with the tips that you gave me, Oma gave me a lot of tips too. When my channel was removed, Oma sent me a long voice message telling me that he actually had a channel that was removed a long time ago too, wrongfully as well. And he's like, you know, it's just like some encouragement, you know. So I already came this far.
You have a name, you have a brand,
I already
everybody
have a
knows
brand.
you.
People
Yep.
know me. It's going to be hard because it's, you know, once you lose something like that, you got to just kind of keep repeating yourself until people go back. But I do feel like definitely some days I'm definitely not inspired. But
We all have those days, trust me.
And that's why it's important to have people that you love, your fan base, squad, and our squad fucking adores you. When everything happened to you and we talk to you over the phone, we send you messages, we're doing our first live stream when we say like, squad, we need to talk. This is what happened to Courtney. Please show some love. She needs encouragement. Like, she has to be appreciative in this community.
Well, let's take that moment too, and like, please call to action if you're watching this podcast, especially right now. You're at 8.91 thousand subscribers. The channel is called Elizabeth 2. Elizabeth has an X for the A, and 2 is TOO. It's linked below. Please go subscribe. If you support any of this, Pred catching, any of what our mission is and what we're doing, please go subscribe to the channel. Her original channels, even here in the bio of this new channel, after 3.5 years, my main channel with 120,000 plus subscribers, 100 plus videos, and millions of views was removed by YouTube. So go subscribe. Get her, at least get her to 10K. Like just by dropping this podcast, we can get her to 10K.
If you're listening, whatever.
Easily. Just all you gotta do is go. Click, 2 clicks. Click to the channel, click subscribe. It's that simple. It doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah.
Help her out. We got a lot of plans.
Don't skip the ads, okay?
Yeah.
Don't skip the ads.
It's now monetized, which is great.
It's monetized.
Let's fucking show it some support, and like I have utmost respect for you, more than I already did.
Ruben.
The
Russian Grinch.
Fuck yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, and we have
And
this.
ankle monitor.
Oh
yeah.
my god,
Yeah.
that's right.
Which you're
1, 2,
killing
3,
it. For only
4,
having
5.
7 videos on the channel, and you're already like pushing 10K with a lot of views on these videos is great.
Are you planning on re-uploading old videos and just fully edit the shit out and just only arrest? What is your plan for? What is your new strategy?
Yeah, my plan for Elizabeth 2 is to push new content, but also videos that were removed years and years ago from Courtney ElizXbeth that were not edited at all back when we were very new. I'm gonna definitely like reimagine those, I guess, edit them, even if there's police presence, and push those as well. I'm gonna not re-upload too many of my former videos because I don't want YouTube to get any ideas.
That's you, yeah.
But yeah, so it's mainly gonna be new content, and then here and there some old content as well, but nothing too crazy. And then there's also catches that never made it on my channel that I had ready for my last channel that I was never able to post. So one of those I think we're gonna upload, hopefully if we have time tonight, to kind of export that and re-edit it a little bit, or edit it a little bit. We're gonna get that on YouTube hopefully tomorrow or Monday.
What is your upload frequency schedule looks like?
Right now it's been a little hectic because I am really like eternally sick, but we try to do it bi-weekly at the latest, but we want to start doing it every Saturday or every Sunday, so every weekend. And we will once we get back to
We're
once
kind of
we
in the
get
same
back
position,
home.
honestly.
Yeah. Just got to get back into the rhythm quick.
And it's all about
So what the fuck with yo ass? Because when you were in town last time, you were telling us that you're going in full time all the time with that, and what's
you
going
full-time
on?
or not?
He got cold feet.
What
even
the fuck?
You lost your yeah.
No. Let him talk. Let him talk. Yeah. Talk to us, Capricorn. What
His
the fuck?
poor excuse, because we lost our channel, so now you're just not gonna put 100% in though.
Courtney, you being a big sister.
It's not big sister.
Well, come on, Chris.
Putting you
We're gonna
on the
confront
spot.
you right now. What's happening?
What's the plan? What's going on?
He doesn't want to talk. Look at him. He don't want to.
Well, we lost our channel, and that made it harder.
He's scared.
Don't
I
be
mean, it
mean.
is scary. There's
It is scary.
a lot of financial responsibility.
Yeah.
But it's still in the plans.
Okay.
Are you back to work to the
I still-
dealership?
I still work there.
Don't publicize where he works, but
I still work at the same place. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Did you quit, or you never quit?
No, I never quit.
Okay, you were planning on quitting when you guys said we're gonna go full time.
Right.
But then the channel.
Yeah.
The money I make there helps fund this channel in a lot of ways. So it's hard. But yes, I do still want to.
I'm just confused because you already did what you had to do so that we could go full time. You already did that already. So why aren't you full time? Because if you can give me 100%, we can easily make a lot of money, push a lot of content.
She's got a point.
Upload every single week.
Not to mention, like, if you guys need money, you can make content for Trilogy Plus. It's there for you. So
the thing is, though, I need a camera person. I can't catch every day.
She need help.
If I could do a catch like 4 times a week in my state, boom, we would be. But it's just not realistic.
All I can say what happened to us. And Ashton had a job. I had my side business, whatever. We all dedicating Trilogy Media as a part-time hobby. And you know what happened? Nothing fucking happened to us until we get together. We look at each other. We're like, all right, let's pay fucking rent today. You quit, I quit, and we're doing 1000%. Everything we have, day and night, putting in Trilogy Media as a baby, as a new. This is our future, and we did it. I don't know fucking how. I know we were on a diet for a long time. I know that we've been cranking 4 videos, releases every single day. Remember, we did like 5 videos, Monday to Friday.
5 a week for
2
like
live streams, 1 in the morning,
months.
1 at evening. We just, you will figure out. Universe knows exactly what you need to be done. And it's just little progress. But if we would not, it's hard when you're alone. But when I count on him and he count on me, he want to give up, I would not let him. I want to give up, he would not let me. And we just like hustling, grinding. Magic fucking happens. Mm-hmm. That's all I can tell you. I cannot be in your shoes, I cannot be in your position, but I know like if I would not risk everything, leave behind my family, people that I love, my professional, everything in my life. I flew to America because I want to be here. If I would not risk it, I would not be here like even knowing you guys. So you don't have wife, you don't have kids yet. And I ask myself that question, would I do this stupid shit, come to America with no speak English with $35 in my pocket if I will have wife and kids? Absolutely not. It's no, you have to take care of your family. But when you're young, like you are, and if you like you can find a job, the job that you're working any day, dude, fucking any day. People will be blessed to have you. You're a fucking amazing guy. So I just want the people that I love, I want them to be successful. I love you, Courtney. I love you, Chris. And against all the odds, when YouTube fuck you up, when people talk shit, when people jealous about you guys, you're the only one female who doing that. You're the only one channel that has face and you have ability to be a decoy, badass decoy, whatever you think, you fucking asshole on your couch.
There's a lot of fucking people with their stupid fucking opinions.
Yeah.
That
Nobody can do what you guys doing. But it has to be, she cannot do it alone. And you're already one of those people. Every time when Courtney talks about you, it's literally like talking to you as the best brother that she ever had. So seriously, guys, whatever you need, if you need help, if you need something in advance, we will make it happen. But we want that you will go full fucking speed and prove the world you fucking wrong, YouTube you wrong, and you can get 1 million and you get your fucking gold plaque sitting in your office.
Yeah, realistically, moving forward, we will have to hire a different DP on full time because Chris is not gonna take that risk. So
he will.
I will.
He will.
In a few years, but
no, I will.
I'm not gonna. I am doing it all alone, and I'm tired of it. So
all she has is you, Chris. We will live. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. I have
other options. I'm just saying, it's definitely something that Chris and I, talk about.
Yeah,
I can do this full time if,
But
if you're not going to.
You know what's amazing? It's amazing, and this is conversation that I had with you, Courtney, if you remember, when you lost your channel. I was like, do you know how many child predator catchers are happy right now that you lost your brand, that you lost your channel? They're like, oh, Courtney got fucked. Perfect. Less competition. We're going to do it because some people do for passion like we are. Some people do only for money and fame. And when there is competitive person like channel, like Courtney is gone, I said, you know how many hyenas right now clapping and kissing, licking each other asses?
I just want to say about the decoy thing too. Eric from PCI Decoys, and he's 38. Jay from DAP Decoys, he's 30 and he's 6'3". They just don't do sting houses. So essentially, of course, in person, you're gonna, how they are yeah, I'm 13. And then they'll be like, what the fuck are you doing here? I do that too when I catch alone. I don't do sting houses alone. So,
people that
every catcher decoys slightly. The only reason why I do longer is because we're in a house and it's a collaboration. So
there's a lot. Our supporters are the best in the world, and But
Yes, they are.
what tends to happen is that the people that have no critical thinking abilities, no logic analysis abilities, and they put their stupid, unfounded, undeserved opinions in the comments, they tend to be the loudest, especially when they're extra stupid to, try to body shame somebody, especially you as a female on this platform. I can only imagine we've had Rosie on here, coming from a female's perspective of like what you have to deal with from people is unbelievable to me. That fucking makes me not like people.
We did mean comments. Sorry, we did mean comments with Rosie, and Rosie, she was like, "Do you know what my prohibited words that you're not allowed to put in comments?" And she starts showing like underpits, these. We're like, "What the fuck?" She was like, "Yeah, that's welcome to female content creator world."
Yeah, but the fact that you still push forward and do this, it just speaks to the kind of person you are. And their comments reflect the kind of person that they are. And people just tend to forget the blatant truth that the crime is already committed before, not only when they're here, before they even left their house, they've committed a crime. The extra stuff face to face is just for you. It's just extra fun that we want to make for us to try to not drive ourselves into a fucking depression by just surrounding ourselves with this darkness every day, whether it's fun for us or entertainment for you, or even just for the mere fact of getting extra evidence to help maybe prosecute them harder. Yeah. But the crime is committed in the texts. The crime is committed in the phone calls. The crime is committed in the intention before they even show their fucking face at our door. So regardless of whether she's 30 or 50 or 112, it doesn't fucking matter. The fact that they came thinking that she is this age of 15, 14, 13, whatever the fuck it is all that matters. It doesn't matter how she looks. It doesn't matter her weight. It doesn't matter her appearance. It doesn't matter. She could be the fucking evil queen from Snow White in the fucking Apple mode. It doesn't matter. They've shown up and they're here. They've committed a crime and they should be thrown under the jail. So, and if you disagree with that, then fuck off.
Yeah. On that note, we have unconditional love. We have unconditional support for you. We won't see, again, people that we love successful. And when everything happened to you, you bounce back and you're fucking stronger and you're still doing it.
Way faster than I would have, by the way. I would have been in a fucking anger corner cave.
Oh, that's where you need me.
I was behind the scenes. I was like...
anybody would be.
Like, come on,
right,
But to get up the next day and do your catch right away on a brand new channel takes fucking resilience. And I don't even know if I would have that quick. And that's certainly not that quickly. So hats off to you, girl.
Some of your squad helped fund, one of my catches and everything.
With the best squad
you know who you are.
in the world.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
Whether you're watching, liking, donating, just subscribing to Trilogy Plus, which you can watch the bonus episodes on.
Sharing.
Doesn't matter, sharing, whatever you're doing, you're helping this. And this is real life. There's real people behind these videos. And real bad people with bad intentions that we're doing our best to expose. And
it's
Go ahead.
It's something that I only when we as Trilogy Media start collaborating with you, we got in this genre, right? And when you start meeting real survivors that comes to you, give you a hug and saying, thank you. I was abused. I was this and this happened to me. I watched the video and I'm in peace right now with myself. Because I in my head, it was me, Courtney, it was me, and that fucker is arrested. I put this, I was like, this is it. Now I can my child tragedy go because of you.
Wow.
And this is what and I told you that story when a woman came to me and gave me a hug and she said, I'm a survivor. Thank you so much. And she walked away. And I'm sitting like this buzzing. I was like, what just happened to me?
Yeah. The person that came up to you and you're like, you didn't know what was going to happen.
The amount of people that's stepping out, survivors in my building, I can be anywhere on my daily routine, and people comes to me, I'm shocked. I'm just genuinely shocked because, again, I did not experience that. I didn't know anybody in my circle that happened. But when you open up and when, again, you're becoming a role model, you show up, you tell your story, and people are like, you know what? I didn't tell anybody. I will tell you right now. And that's why this documentary, and again, I keep saying it's a Boys and Girls Club.
Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts.
When all these kids were molested and sexually abused, and they're right now 45, 50, 55, 60, and they saying every summer when my parents said, no, you have to, it's going to be the best summer of your life. And you just have to swallow that. You're afraid to tell your parents, like, I've been abused every single fucking summer by these. And same shit happened. They knew who it was. They will just take the same fucking child pedophile and move to a different state, to another scout camp. And he will do exactly the same fucking shit in a different state.
Yeah.
So the organization knew it. Everybody knew that they have pedophiles on payroll and they just have to do hash. You know, we have a brand.
They're just as bad then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
Fuck that. That's sickening.
So bringing awareness, it's everything. And if you support that, and if you're lucky enough that didn't happen to you or people that you love, just...
Unfortunately, it's very common. It's just
it's
so
more common than
unfortunate.
people want to say.
The fact that we can book a house in any city in this country, we tend to prioritize the ones that are going to take it seriously, but that we can book a house or whatever in any city and find predators in a matter of minutes. Anytime we want is a terrifying reality.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they don't show up, but they'll ask for like child porn and stuff like that, that's still us finding a predator. Like,
Actually,
it's just so
one
easy
of
to
our
find a
most
predator.
viewed predator videos is the one where no one showed up. Like, I did a video on our first Sting house. Where that was the Freddy bullshit.
Freddy!
I am so ready
Because
for Freddy.
For me, from a content creator's perspective, and then some ignoramuses in the comments are like, well, you didn't catch anybody. Well, if you did watch the video where I said literally this follows two other videos where we did, the point of this video is to expose the fact that this is real predatory behavior, and this is just as interesting to me, the ones that didn't show up and the things that they say and their behavior. They say they're here, they're not here, they're close, they're circling, whatever they're doing.
Freaky.
It's like, that's just as fascinating and terrifying to me as whether or not they walk through the door. But that
he
aside,
wanted to pick you up from school, remember?
Yeah.
So well, a lot of them want to do that.
And this is what when we baited ourselves as decoys for 1 hour, and we were like fucking blown away by the dirty, like how dirty, how everything is happening, how like gross. But also it's like, hey, what time is your parents going to sleep? 10 o'clock? Crack the window in your bedroom. I'm going to climb. I'm going to fuck you. I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
They were so fearless. They know they're not going to get catch. I'm sitting and I was like, what is this? This is fucking real
Predator
life.
Catcher's PA is absolutely insane. A predator told him to open up the predator's window. Like, the predator was like laying in bed, and he thought it would be like a hot kink if the kid like opened up the window and came in through the window. So in the middle of the night, Shafiq from Predator Catcher's PA did that. He opened up the predator's window and snuck into his house. I was like, wow, you have balls.
Whoa.
And he goes alone. Nobody's with him. He just wears a GoPro.
He's Jesus.
Wow.
Well, I gotta watch that video.
Yeah, seriously, I was like,
So this brings me to, you said something actually that really, and I know you've brought this up many times before, but you said something actually at the hotel 2 nights ago about the decoying, and it doesn't make you happy. And looking ahead, where do you want to take your channel and your brand? And also, how can we help? Because right now, you're the only one that we work with that does that. And I kind of feel bad that you're in that position where you feel like you have to decoy, live decoy. Like, how can we help to shift that away from not just you joining us as a catcher, but taking some of that off of you?
that you will have a team of other decoys that we can teach them.
Like, how do you want that to work going forward? Just for your own channel, but also in future stings that we might be able to do or fund or whatever. Like,
I'll probably, it's really easy to find decoys. Like, I made a post before I got here and I had people hitting me up and stuff. The issue is they were just far away. So it's really easy to just hire anybody. But I would still online decoy, obviously. But yeah, where I want to go, is where I started. I just want to confront.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Because it almost kind of makes me a little nervous, because when I watch the procedures of when the cops show up and they have a lot of the same questions each time, as far as what was the first contact? And, do you have footage and proof of the actual moment he enters? And there's a lot that only the decoy can answer that can assure that he's going to be arrested. Like, if you have someone online decoying that's not there on scene, or you're online decoying and the live decoy is there, but the person who was talking to him for the last 3 days isn't there, How does that?
I would still be there for you guys in person. Yeah. Like I was hoping also, I was discussing this with Chris. I hope they wouldn't want to stop working with me if I didn't want to decoy.
Well,
like
we don't
live
see
decoy.
you, despite what stupid people in the comments might
What?
say.
Why would we do that?
Why would we? Yeah,
I don't know.
we
You know us too well.
yeah.
But I would totally online decoy all day. Yeah.
But
Simple.
you would, in a perfect world, still online decoy.
Yeah. I'll
You-
never stop doing that.
But it's the live decoying that you want to step away from and come out with us.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then we're gonna start working
then we
on
can
that.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's make that happen.
No,
Yeah.
seriously. Yeah, we a lot of things has to be happen, and it's again, it comes with financial support. And I remember when you said like, Art, if it wasn't for Trilogy Plus, I will go to retails from 9 to 5, and that breaks my heart because I know exactly what that feels, and we all do.
Well, we would all be doing that
we
if it
all be
weren't for
doing
your
that.
supporters.
And that's
our
why
supporters.
my point is seriously, like, go on locals. Please support Courtney.
What is the locals link? It's
It's CourtneyElizXbeth.locals.com. Elizabeth spelled with an X.
instead of the A.
So Courtney-
ElizXbeth.
Yeah, CourtneyElizXbeth.locals.com.
All those links will be in the description.
Yes.
Please subscribe to her new channel. It costs you nothing.
Cup of coffee.
if you
it
have
makes
the-
a huge difference.
If you have the
seriously.
means and want to support that way, please go to her locals.
Become a member.
Just do it.
Love it.
Just do it.
Join the Courtney Elizabeth
Yeah.
community. All we
Or just leave a like on my YouTube videos. That helps too.
Yeah.
It could help
say,
the
there
algorithm.
are always
Mhm.
if you financially not able to support, this is no
That's okay.
problem. Just it's okay. Watch the video. Don't skip the ads.
Don't skip the ads.
Yes. Court, you like I said, regardless of how you feel that we not gonna work, like you know us, we family, we friends. No matter what happened, we stick with you. You're amazing human. You're amazing.
There's nothing
Friends.
more valuable than people that we
Yeah.
can trust, people that
Yeah.
we can rely on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't care if you're live decoying.
People
or
let us
not.
down.
Yeah.
Other content creators constantly. Now it's less because we start putting, shields,
A distance. Yeah.
distance.
I say this all the time. It's like when you see us work
Yeah.
with the same people over and over again, there's a reason. And the opposite is also true. When you see us no longer working with someone, there are reasons.
People can say whatever the fuck they want about Ashton, whatever the fuck they want about me. I know that 100% of my life, I can count on this guy. He knows he counts on me. And that's how we...
And that's more valuable than any live decoying or any whatever the fuck else.
Absolutely. You're a friend. We can trust you. You're reliable. We can adjust. We can do things. But always, please, whatever you have in your mind, don't ever be afraid to come and ask when you need help. When I saw that fucking post, that broke my heart. I was like, why you didn't come? Like, we were all together. Skittles were there, you and us. Why you have to face...
You don't have to face Lambros by yourself.
Yeah,
Fucking,
exactly. Why
we're
you
a
have to
team.
pay
Yeah.
circumstances by you and Chris just doing this? No,
I know.
it was collab of 3 fucking channels. Why only one channel is paying?
Because we're the furthest away, and he was just trying to
No,
inconvenience
Lambros can
us.
suck all of our dicks. In fact, he could suck yours. He wouldn't even have to get on his knees. He just stand up. You know what I mean? So,
Fuck you.
I do
so
want
no,
to say
you're
though.
not by yourself.
Yeah.
Ever.
I do want to say though, I wasn't jabbing at Chris or anything. I'm just saying we could really make some amazing things happen, but
It comes from love. I mean, him and I have had
it's
similar
tough
conversations
love
amongst ourselves.
because it's just there comes a point where you've heard the same thing, different days, same. And I do feel bad that we already did our plan, what we were going to do, so that we could be, or so that he could be full time. But now that we lost our channel, but we still
It's just a bump. It's
we
not-
still have
yeah.
that. We still have that money though,
Mhm.
but we're acting like we don't have it right now. But I feel like I don't know, what do you think?
How do you respond?
Well, I know mentally you need a hiatus.
Chris really wants me to
So
take
our
a hiatus, but
plan-
I'm not gonna do
Our
that.
plan was to wait till after the hiatus. That's how
I'm
we
not
last
taking
talked
a
about it.
hiatus.
Why do you say that
So if
she's
you've
hiatus?
decided you don't want to do that anymore, then we can push it up.
I don't want to do a hiatus.
Can I ask what his hiatus means?
It's
It means you
break.
leave
A
leave
break,
of
yeah, hiatus,
absence.
Oh yeah, he went in hiatus, so he went under
Not Hades.
not Haiti.
Hades.
I'm not thinking about Haiti. He went
There's
hiatus.
no time to
It
do a
means-
hiatus because we have all this content coming up too. Yeah.
I know.
So
I mean, again, like Art said, we can't tell you what to do. We're not in your shoes. We don't know your circumstances.
I just
but
think it would be a really terrible idea to do a hiatus.
put deadlines.
Well, this
put
isn't live,
deadlines on
right?
your goals.
Huh?
This isn't live, right?
No.
Okay.
No. This is gonna be
There's certain details on why the hiatus could be necessary.
Yeah. And we don't know those details, so we can't tell you one way or the other.
know.
But all we know is that
Whatever you guys need. Seriously.
whatever you guys need, put deadlines on your goals. Find a way to keep embracing the things that inspire you.
And
Because I
embracing
know
each
I get in those positions where I'll have a few days where I'm just like down in the dumps about whatever the fuck it is. If it's views, if it's finances, if it's this, it's
That was our last
YouTube
Monday
strikes. It's
when we walked in that conversation.
we still to this day often, and for me too, mentally anxiety. I get it. For me, I have to find things to reclaim my inspiration. Whether it's a certain movie that gets me reminding me, oh fuck, I want to make that shit. I want to make shit like that.
Sitting next to you, you see him getting inspired. You're fucking 6'5" inspiration.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. That's exactly what
Art
it is.
does inspire people. Literally any camera person that sees him that we work with, they always get so inspired by Art. They're like, I'm going to start eating healthier.
So why am I most inspired when I'm not around you? Anyway, you know what I mean. Put deadlines on your goals.
Yes.
Find the things that inspire you.
Yes,
and if there's ways that we can help.
And people who's inspiring
everything that we make on Trilogy Plus goes back into more content. That Trilogy Plus was meant to be our very, very long-term thing to not it won't churn a profit for a very long time, and that's okay. We want it to be a place where other creators can just thrive, and if there's budgets, certain things you need to make a month to do this full time, figure out what those numbers are and come to us and we'll figure it out.
We never do anything maybe it looks that is how it's supposed to be. Everything that we wish somebody done it for us. From when I worked for production companies, nobody fucking paid for my health insurance or paid for my sick days, anything. When we started our company, I know how we got mistreated as employees. I was like, Ash, if we can afford, let's do it. And it took us a little bit getting from our knees.
We're still on our knees sometimes.
But I said, reality. The way we wanted to be treated, we're treating our employees in our company. The way we do things, we knock on so many doors asking for people for network, going to Universal Studios, whatever, any studios. Guys, we have a script, please. Nobody fucking opened the door. So we're like, you know what?
Damn.
How about we're gonna build our own platform for other people, other content creators that don't have to. The voice has to be heard. That's what Trilogy Plus for. You cannot remove those videos. You cannot do this and this. Just. If you're excited, we're excited for you. You're excited for Trilogy Plus. That's a fucking perfect marriage. Seriously, whatever you need,
let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's go fuck some more shit up today because we have a whole other day ahead of us.
Yeah.
And as much as Art would love for it to go till 5 a.m, let's just go and see what happens.
It's our last night, bitch. It's our last night. Let's choke them all.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I want to choke them all.
That
if I have a choice, I'll choke them at 8 p.m. instead of 2 a.m.
Time goes by so fast. I can't believe it's the last day already.
I know.
Hey, we've done amazing things together.
We're just talking we need to do these more often.
Yeah, that was exactly. I get in the car. I was like, listen, once a month, every 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
Once a month? Whoa, I don't know about that. But
let's do once every at least once a quarter.
We can do once every 2 months for sure, but once a month.
Yeah. We'll get there.
We'll sacrifice that. I want once a month. You want 2, and we do months and a half.
Wow.
We'll meet and we'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday because magic happen.
Yeah.
We have such a fucking magic when we do together. All magic and people that you brings in. Everything started from you and us all together. That's the chemistry. I call it chemicals. We have so much chemicals.
Chemicals.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say, plug, promote, excited about, any thoughts?
Nope.
We love you.
I'm pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for having me. And yeah, let's just finish killing it this weekend.
Let's go.
Thank you for being who you are.
Yeah.
You're exactly the same person. Prior the bust, during the bust, after the bust. You're like the same Courtney ElizXbeth. You meet her on the street. It's going to be exactly this adorable, amazing human being. Yes. With adorable personality. And we love you, girl. Seriously.
I love you guys too.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All right.
On to the next catch. Let's go.
Let's do it.